way off in that direction, 100 blocks or so, there is a cave. It's a very deep cave. It connects to many other caves. And deep down in those caves, there are 3 intersecting ravines. I've spent all week clearing those out, looking all the way through. I haven't completed it, but so far, look at my haul. Oh boy. 6 diamonds and a carrot. 1 carrot. To drop off a zombie. Huge cave system, 3 ravines. Not one mine shaft, no stronghold, nor dungeon neither. Week of work. It's not completely wasted. I did get a lot of coal, a lot of iron, a lot of... What am I looking for in here? Oh, yes. Where's my hoe at? There's my hoe. A lot of iron, a lot of coal, some gold, and a carrot. Fantastic. Alright, gang, welcome back. This Penguin Plays Minecraft. Episode 6. A little late going up this episode is going to be. I'm actually recording it on Saturday, which is when I'm hoping to get these things posted. But real life has intervened, many hours, hard work at the day job, family emergency, so this episode's going to be a little bit delayed. But did a little work off camera, not just in the exploring that cave I was telling you about. Oh, I remember what I was going to do here. Put those diamonds to sticks. I have no sticks. I remember what sticks are. Did some work on the house. There's the house. Show you that in a second. But first, I want to repair... only 23... I'm at 23 levels. So I want, what, 7 more? 7 more levels get 30. Well, let's do this way. I'm going to make a new shovel and enchant that. And the sticks are over here at the house. So I'll show you the progress on the house first. Creeper hole. So, here's the house. Here's the first floor of the house. So the premise is we got logs. So we have 6 logs that are going to go, in theory, sunk down into the ground and then extend all the way up to the second floor. And the roof is going to be resting on those. And then just a couple more logs here, mostly for texture, and then cobblestone in between. And then we've got these upside down stairs as sort of shelf braces supporting these logs, which define the second floor. And I've got a little garden in here. I haven't done anything with this. Here's the first floor. So I've been watching, I've started watching The Walking Dead, coincidentally. It's one of those shows that I just never quite got around to. I try not to get into shows until there are a few seasons in, just so I don't get really hooked on something that gets canceled after a season. And thinking a lot about zombie preparedness and zombie proofing. So that's why there's not a lot. The only windows here are either high up and too small for anything to get through. Then we're going to put glass in there. And then there are 2 big windows on either side of the door looking out onto the yard, which is secure. And then originally I had stairs here, but if anything did get through that door, they could just go straight up the stairs. So we went to ladders, and then we've got twin trap doors here, and then fencing here. So Nice layers. And then we're up through here. And then these are just to space out. I'm going to continue the idea of logs. And then with wood and more windows on the second floor. Nice hardwood floor. It's a nice view. Maybe I'll put, later on we'll have a balcony like a widow's walk all the way around the upper floor, but not now. Good couple sticks. So I'm talking about The Walking Dead still. I'm enjoying it very much. I'm halfway, a little more than halfway through season 3. Ow. And I'm taking a bit of a break. The way I tend to binge watch shows, my father, like myself, mostly watches shows on Netflix, but he'll have 3 or 4 shows going at once, and he'll watch one episode a day. So he'll watch, 2-3 hours of television. He's retired, he's allowed. But he'll only watch one episode. I tend to watch, I'll just watch a show beginning to end. Come on, big money, no whammy, stop. Yeah, I'll take it. Long time before I have to worry about a shovel again. Probably going to take more than that. 3 levels I got left. 23. Okay. And as I say, I'll just watch one show, one series beginning to end, and then move on to the next show. And then I'll go back to other shows I've seen. There, don't need that anymore. Little wool. I have a serious space crisis. Storage. The first floor of the house is going to be all storage. But yeah, I watch shows in big chunks, one episode after another. And with The Walking Dead, I kind of need to take a break. I know, because it's so heavy. And I know of just, I'm a guy on the internet. You can't stay away from spoilers forever. Let's get some glass going. And I'm using white tinted glass for the windows. I just like the look of it. Let's tint half of it. And so I know of 2 more deaths coming in The Walking Dead. Whoops. So, and I'm not slowing myself down so I can put them off. It's just, I need a breather and want something light and fun. So I'm watching The New Girl. I like Zooey Deschanel from back in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is my favorite book. And she was in that, so there's points. And she recorded a Christmas album with she and him. And I like Christmas music. I collect Christmas music, so that's also cool. Might watch an episode or 2 of The Walking Dead later today. And then I know the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead are on Netflix. Take a shortcut here. Ow. Do I have any fall protection on my boots? No. I have no fall. I got nothing on my boots. Okay. I missed what I was talking about. The Walking Dead. I also got the because I know it's based on a graphic novel, and I wanted to watch to compare, because I really do like The Walking Dead, as much of a downer as it is. I'm very much enjoying it. Do I really want? Do I want to just do big windows between the logs? I'll do it that way. Is that a witch? No. So yeah, I'm reading The Walking Dead also. I got the first book. And oh wow, that's the last of my logs. Not sure it'll be enough. Wrong side. 1, 2, 3. And it's surprising reading The Walking Dead, the pacing of the TV show is so much slower. 2, 3. The book moves, again, I've only read the first volume, Days Gone By. And not to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen it, again, I very much recommend it. But there's a major death that comes at the end of the second season. That character, whoop, a little lag. That character dies by the end of the first book. Sorry if I spoiled the book for anyone. Oh, here. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the sequence of events as happens in the TV show is different from the book. You don't act all nonchalant, I see it, just hanging out in front of my house. Jerk. So yeah, if you've read the book, don't think you know it's coming in the TV show, or vice versa. 1, 2. Oh, right there. Wait, that would be inside. So no. I'm also playing Arkham Origins, which I'm very much enjoying. I'm a big Batman fan, and I very much like the first 2 Arkham games, but wrong. Arkham Origins has the same flaws as its predecessors, which to my mind is it's got great characterization, great stories, great vocal acting too. Troy Baker's version of the Joker is very interesting. He's essentially doing an impersonation of Mark Hamill. It's pretty spot on. If you didn't know that it wasn't Mark Hamill, you wouldn't know, I think. But having such a great story and a great setting, I think the gameplay suffers. It's very quick-timey. I mean, the combat, that's just the nature of the combat. And there are also times, it feels at times like Arkham, the games in general, like they don't have faith in their own boss battles. Even on normal difficulty, there's a tendency to have you battling the Joker or Bane, and then there are just minions and goons running around annoyingly. And it's just unnecessary. It's kind of a hat on a hat. That's a big thing. And that is the most frustrating element of the Arkham games, I think, when they're just kind of shoveling faceless goons at you. It feels less interesting than the rest of the game. It also has a problem with there's sort of dungeon areas where you're like walking through sewers or whatnot, and you get to the end and you have some confrontation or some cutscene, and then you just have to turn around and walk back. There's no ladders downstairs, I think. Smart level design usually gives you a sort of shortcut at the end of a level to get back out to the main hub of the game, just to reduce downtime. No ladders, but I got sticks. And I wish Arkham was a little better about that. I hear zombie. There he is. Because I've decided that the settlement we're building here is going to be a little more sprawling than... quiet down there. It's not just going to be a standard village with like a grid system of streets. Oops. There's no way I could put a perimeter fence around it. So we're going to have to come up with some more creative ways of zombie proofing and figuring out how to get testificates cured and then integrated into a village setting. Wait, did I do that wrong? It's pressure plate. Let's do this. So I'm going to finish working on the house here. I'll finish the roof. And then I'll cut back when we're going to get down to business on some other stuff. Ooh, a witch. I'm seeing a lot of witches spawning around here since they started introducing them. And I got some resistance potions off of them. What did she drop? The risk. No, yeah, I got a couple fire resist potions off a couple of witches down in those caves I was telling you about. I also found I did get one magma cream from down in the nether. So I made some potions there. And we'll do a bit of potion making in a moment too. So, see you soon. Okay, we're back. Just doing a little progress report here as I've hit something I had not foreseen. I'm going to light up this roof. So the way I'm doing the roof here is a peaked roof with I'm alternating between half slabs and what's the word I'm looking for? Half slabs and full blocks. And the effect that gives is I'll drop down here and I'll show you. Let me light this up first. Should be okay. What I'm doing with the blocks is this. Put down a whole block there, and then you do half slab, and then a full block like that. And you get this effect of it being full blocks, but they're layered in half blocks. This kind of staggered effect, which I like. But I forgot when I was doing these, that I was going to do this peaked roof thing. So now I got to adjust the logs. And this is when you're building things, unless you're going to build something completely out in creative and then stick to it religiously in your survival, you got to be comfortable making adjustments like these. And let's see. Whoop, wrong. That like that, and then there we go. So, yep, you have to adjust, adopt, adapt, and improve. Motto of the round table. Let's see if I can step back. Whoop. Hello. Ba-dang. Whoop-ah. Yeah, dead. Zombie in the distance. Okay. Yeah. Gotta put some stairs there, but I'm liking this. This is coming out better than I thought. I had never, I think I did like a quick sketch skeleton of a house, of this house in creative, but I never, I don't know what it is about spiders getting stuck in little spaces. I do these high windows a lot. You always get spiders in them. Gross peeping Tom spiders. Like I said, I did a sketch of this in creative, but I didn't really finish it, and then I've tweaked the design since, so... Ow, what happened there? Did I just shoot myself in the foot? That was weird. Okay. that, one there. Oh, let's see what the music. Let's go with 50%. See what we get. I wish you could do more with, like, forcing a song to play. Because the music just seems to come and go as it pleases. Big floor-to-ceiling window here. I was afraid of that, so fill in a little half slab there for window framing. It's weird that glass makes the sort of put sound when you place it, but it still makes a glass noise when you break it. By the way, now we're done. Once the house here is finished. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, we'll be pretty much done with our little peninsula once we move the chickens over there. I'm going to leave the cabin. I lost a little bit of roof. I had a bit of a creeper explosion incident at the cabin. I fixed the wall. I guess I missed the roof. But then I'm going to put like a watchtower there, as you would have at this, this bend in the river. And put a bridge or two connecting these. Rain. Oh wow! Look at that. I never noticed that. The sun disappears when it rains. I'm gonna have some bridges. At least one bridge going, like from there to there, and then from there over there. And then a little walkway cut down into this hillside down to the cow level. Some long-term plans. So there's our house. It's coming along quite nicely. I'll fill in the windows, but I am incredibly pleased. Next time I threw a little zombie villager reclamation there, but I got no apples. So that's just gonna stay that way. Test that out when we can, but what that means is more caving. Because the only way I'm going to find apples is either in a chest or pressing out so far that we find another biome. So yeah, that's that. I think next week we'll work on... I think next week we'll put a watchtower here so as to keep an eye on river traffic. And maybe we'll just go boating up the river and see what we can find. I'll see you next week. Apologies for getting this episode up late. Hopefully I'll be able to record another episode and release it on Saturday next week as usual. But life intervenes. I still haven't been able to get an episode in the can, so I can stay on schedule. We'll figure this out, especially after New Year's when my hours drop off at the day job. If you like what you've seen, leave a like, share, tell your friends, subscribe. Thanks for watching.